Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am so glad you are tuning in live, catching the replay, or listening over on the podcast because today's topic is one that I have been thinking about a lot recently and was inspired by a couple of conversations I've had with online biz besties. And it's the whole notion of teaching kids to share their own voices to create the changes that they wish to see in the world. Are you ready? Well, if this is your first time tuning into a video here at Our Young Creators, my name is Yong Pratt. I'm a 17-year performing arts studio owner turned chief dreamer, author, and podcaster right here at OYC. And here at OYC, we are committed to equipping kids with real-world skills like podcasting so that they can use the devices they love to share their stories and create more goodness in this world. Now, the other day, I had a conversation with a good friend, Wendy Livingston Guth. And yesterday, right here on this page, I interviewed Wendy. She just graduated from our 8-week Becoming a Podcast Family experience. And we talked about the transformations she's seen in her kids and how the experience has benefited them as a family. I would love for you to go back and watch yesterday's video. I'll pop the link down below once we finish this video so you can hear her story in her own words. Wendy is a travel expert, and so we started talking about what would it be like if we can go on an adventure together with our families, bringing our kids, and learning how to use their devices to create audios and videos and to document what they are doing in the world. We talked about being able to go on trips where we go and serve. She brought up the idea about going to the Galapagos Islands and helping with the conservation efforts there. She talked about going to Rwanda and all of these exciting places that need some help, that could use extra hands, extra hearts, extra love. But what if, in addition to serving a community, what if we could teach our kids to document the work that they are doing, the changes that they are bringing about in the world, and then share those stories in a very big way by being able to be on multiple platforms like a podcast or on video so that they can start leading the way for other kids to be inspired to do good in the world, to inspire other kids to share their unique gifts and talents, and to inspire other kids to stand center stage confidently and know that the stories and experiences they are having, that they are valuable, and that other people can learn from what they're doing and maybe even the mistakes that we are making. There's so much emphasis on getting it right that I feel like in our society, we aren't often commending our kids, especially, let alone ourselves, when we make mistakes. During those moments of failure or seeming failure, we're getting one step closer to whatever goal it is that we're trying to reach. And failure should be embraced. It should not be something that we shove into the corner and don't speak about. Because more often than not, other people are more inspired and will connect with us on a deeper level if they hear about the failures. Because we're all real people. We're all multi-talented, multi-passionate, and there are so many facets to each one of us. We may claim to be this or that. However, that is not the sum total of our entire beings. Each of us has so much to share, our gifts and our talents, and they were given to us for a very specific reason. And that reason is to share our journey, share our process, share our successes and our failures in the hopes that someone else can learn from them and reach success faster with our help and our stories than without. So, my friends, I feel like this is the biggest gift we can give to our kids. Let's embrace the technology for what it is. Let's teach our kids to become intentional with the use of their technology. Most kids I see these days have a phone in their back pocket or somewhere on their person at all times. Rather than getting upset with them because they are consuming information consistently and more on their phones, what if we could give them the skills to take those very same devices that they're consuming on and teach them how to use those devices to create? Whether they're creating videos, whether they're creating audios, whether they're using devices to write their stories, draw their art, create their next masterpiece, the end result doesn't matter. What matters is that they can use something that they're already wanting to use, they're wanting to spend time there, and kids want to make a mark on the world too. And nothing frustrates me more than when I see kids pushed into a corner or adults saying that, oh, they're just a kid. What they know doesn't matter, or they could never learn what I've learned. Well, my friends, I'm here to tell you it is the opposite of that. That our kids are our greatest resources, not only in our businesses, but in the world. The stories they're living, the stories of them growing up as digital natives, the challenges they may face by being exposed to so much media at such a young age, they have lessons to teach us. They have lessons to share with us. And now more than ever, it's time to empower these kids to use their voices, to create social change in the world, to be responsible citizens, because these kids are going to be the leaders for the next generations. I, for one, want to equip them with the skills and expose them to the resources and the mentors that can help them use their devices to create more good in the world, because we need more of it. The more goodness these kids are creating and sharing, the more that it's going to cause to come into existence. So, my friends, if you are interested in helping this next generation of kids, whether they are our own kids that we're raising, maybe they're the next door neighbor's kids, maybe they're grandkids or kids we run into our social circles, like in a church setting, there's definitely at least one kid in that mix that you see potential in, that you see the gifts that they have, that maybe they're not able to share those gifts because they don't have a mentor or a friend in their lives to help them walk this path and open the doors to all the possible things that are available to them. Hello, Emily. Thank you. Yes, I'm so glad you're on board with this, because this is the driving mission for us here at OYC, more now than ever, that giving kids a voice and teaching them to use the devices they're already using, and to use it in a positive manner to create those changes, not only in their own lives, but in the lives of others. Maybe it's by sharing someone else's story that will inspire that next person. Maybe your story or your kid's story will inspire someone to make a better choice in their life. We just don't know the power our voices have. And I'm so excited and thrilled to work with so many families who want this for their kids. They want their kids to be the change makers. They want their kids to embrace the qualities that make them unique. So if you are with me, just type me in the comments below and let me know. And if you are listening on the podcast, definitely come back to our website, ouryoungcreators.com, and find this episode, because I want to hear who's with me, who's going to be there to help this next generation of kids share their voices in a big way and make a huge impact in the world. I cannot wait to share and find out who's ready to ride this wave with me, because it's time, my friends. It's time to give kids the power to speak up, share their stories, share their voices, and be the change they wish to see in the world. Okay, my friends, I will catch you really soon. I look forward to reading your comments. Yes, Emily, let's do it. I know there are so many more. If you think that this message needs to be heard by someone in your life, I encourage you to share this with them, because the more people we have out there leading the charge, helping kids claim their voices and share their stories, what a wonderful world this is going to be. Okay, my friends, love you all. Cheers.